Hey guys, Mr. MJ Fan 101 here, and time for another review. This review is of Hobgobblin Raceway by Roman Soldier. And if you've watched some of my previous reviews, I don't think I've done too many Roman tracks to express this, but I'm a pretty big fan of Roman's tracks. He makes a lot, but the ones he makes aren't the kind of tracks that certain forgers will make, where, you know, some forgers only make like a track a month, but that one track's really good. Roman just busts out like 10 solid tracks like each month. So I like that though. Every single one of his tracks is pretty solid, but this is Hobgobblin, and I find that when I talk to people about this track, it has sort of mixed reviews. You know, some people like it, some people don't. And my idea of this track, I'm a pretty big fan of Roman, but my idea of this track is kind of mixed. For one, I think some of the sections are very unique, like that one we just passed through way back there. I think some of the sections are very unique for road courses. So I like that one section that we just passed by a long time ago that I was talking about. I liked that section because that was sort of unique. I like this one right here, this sort of rollover, and then it goes into this wide, you know, bank down sweeper. It's a different kind of sweeper. This track has a couple unique turns, and I really like some of those turns, how they're unique and how they're not just normal road course turns. This section right here is what I was talking about. I didn't really do it very well that time, but when you nail it, you nail it. It's a really good section. And I find the track to be pretty raceable. Sometimes there's that problem with that rollover towards the finish line. Sometimes that'll wreck people. But other than that, I find it to be a pretty raceable track. It's pretty simple. It has unique sections. I'm going to compare this to the one I just reviewed, again, depending on the order I upload them. Seraph's Track Sidewinder. I'm going to compare this to that because, you know, this track is just sort of it's a simple track. It's nothing groundbreaking, but it's just a simple, solid track. That's how I find it. And this track has a lot of unique sections about it. You know, Seraph just took sort of a turn that had already been done before and just put it to a grander scale. What Roman did here is he just took a good road course and gave it some unique sections, some unique turns that we haven't seen before on road courses, which is always good because road courses I find are very hard to make unique. And Roman did that here. He made it pretty unique. For the most part, every single turn here, every single section is sort of unique, something that hasn't been seen before, and that's always good. It has a very good flow. If you know how to run this track, it has a very good flow. The aesthetics are pretty good. They're not bad here. It's a fun track. I could run quite a few laps here. I find it to be a pretty fun track. And, whoops, wasn't paying attention. Wow, that was amazing. Wasn't paying attention, that's why that happened. But it's a fun track. It's pretty raceable, but sometimes there are a couple sections that sort of eliminate the raceability. You know, if somebody gets in the lead here and they know what they're doing, they're probably just going to run away with it. It's going to be very hard for second place. I'm not paying attention again. To pass. But other than that, I find it good because it's very raceable. It has a good flow. It's fun, and it's another Roman track. It's just, you know, a fun track with a theme that just sticks with it and is very solid. And you know, he makes a lot of tracks, but all of his tracks are good, and he uses each of them to improve on his next one. And this one I find to be it's not my favorite of his, but I like it. It's fun. Just nice solid track. I think if I had to give it a rating, I'd give it an 8.6. You know, it's not my favorite Roman track, but it's a good solid track. And there's really, you know, some tracks I have a lot to talk about. I sort of got most of those tracks out of the way already, but there's still plenty of tracks that I have plenty to say about. But this is one of those tracks where I don't have too much to say about. I just have to show it off because I find it's a good track, and, you know, if you're looking for some road courses to use, I suggest this to be one of them. But anyways, I'll do one more lap here just to show you the track again. It's a solid track, give it an 8.6. Just another solid Roman track. Anybody else? It seems that Roman makes like a lot of his tracks on Impact. I don't know anymore because I haven't seen too many of his new ones, but a lot of his tracks are on Impact, it seems. Impact's kind of cool though, so that's cool rocks. Kind of like Erosion's rocks though. But anyways, there's my final lap through Hobgobblin. Nice, solid track by Roman Soldier, 35. definitely download it out of his file share if you want. And I give it a, like I said, 8.6. See you guys next.